On a seemingly ordinary day, a young woman vanishes without a trace. What happened to Emily Larson? The unsettling events that followed her disappearance would leave a community in shock and search for answers. Emily Larson, a vibrant 24-year-old, was last seen leaving her job at the local diner. Known for her friendly demeanor, Emily had a bright future ahead. Little did anyone know, her life was about to take a dark turn. It was a crisp autumn evening when Emily clocked out for the day. Her coworkers noticed something peculiar, a lingering shadow in the parking lot. Was someone watching her? A feeling of unease settled in. As night fell, Emily never made it home. Panic set in when her family reported her missing. Local authorities quickly launched a search. But as days turned into weeks, hope began to fade. Investigators combed through her last known whereabouts, interviewing friends and family. They discovered Emily had received a series of strange messages days before her disappearance. Who could have sent them? The messages hinted at a troubling relationship. Rumors swirled about a former boyfriend who had been acting erratically. Could he be involved in her disappearance? Investigators pursued every lead. As the investigation unfolded, the community rallied together. Vigils were held, and volunteers searched local woods and fields. Emily's face appeared on billboards and television screens, capturing the public's attention. Amidst the outpouring of support, a chilling tip came in. A hiker reported seeing a woman fitting Emily's description near a secluded area. Could this finally lead to answers? Search teams scoured the area, but what they found was unsettling: a personal item belonging to Emily. The discovery reignited fears and questions about what could have happened to her. Despite all efforts, the search turned fruitless, and as the weeks passed, Emily's case grew colder. Yet her family refused to give up hope, keeping her memory alive. As months turned into years, the case became a chilling reminder of unresolved disappearances. Emily Larson's story sparked conversations about personal safety and awareness in the community. New technology and methods have emerged in the fight against missing persons. Cold case units now work tirelessly to solve cases like Emily's. Could this be the key to finally uncovering the truth? In a surprising twist, a documentary featuring Emily's case gained national attention. The renewed interest led to new tips, reigniting hope for her family and investigators alike. As investigations continued, a breakthrough occurred. A witness came forward with crucial information about the night Emily went missing. Their testimony could change everything. The witness described an altercation in the parking lot that night. A confrontation caught on surveillance cameras raised new questions. Who was involved and where did they go? With the new evidence in hand, investigators worked tirelessly to identify the individuals involved in the confrontation. The case that once felt stagnant began to gain momentum again. As the investigation evolved, the community remained vigilant. Emily's story became a cautionary tale about the importance of being aware of one's surroundings. Safety took center stage. Emily's family organized a yearly event in her honor, raising funds for missing persons organizations. Their determination turned tragedy into a mission for positive change. As the years continue to pass, Emily's case remains open, a haunting reminder of unresolved mysteries. Each year, her family hopes for closure while keeping her memory alive. Emily Larson's disappearance is a chilling reminder of the unknown. As we reflect on her story, let it inspire us to remain vigilant and support those affected by similar tragedies. Will we ever uncover the truth? As the years passed, the community remained vigilant, holding vigils in Emily's honor. Each candle lit represented hope, not just for Emily's safety, but for all missing persons. Local residents came together, sharing stories and memories, creating a collective memory that kept her spirit alive. In an effort to gather new leads, Emily's family utilized social media campaigns. They shared her story widely, reaching hundreds of thousands of people online. The goal was to keep Emily's name alive and to encourage anyone with information to come forward. Amidst the online efforts, a peculiar lead surfaced. A witness claimed to have seen a woman resembling Emily near a secluded area on the night of her disappearance. This sighting reignited hope in the family and investigators alike, prompting a renewed search. This renewed sighting led to a coordinated search by local authorities. Volunteers joined the police, combing through the dense woods, hoping for any sign of Emily. The community's spirit shone brightly as they collaborated in this desperate search for answers. As investigators examined the area, they stumbled upon evidence that could reveal new leads. A piece of clothing was found, sparking immediate interest. They wondered if it belonged to Emily or if it was unrelated. But every clue sparked hope. DNA testing was conducted on the clothing, and the results were awaited with bated breath. Each day that passed felt like an eternity for Emily's family. They remained hopeful, clinging to the belief that this could lead to answers. While the family awaited news, Emily's story reached national media. Documentaries and news segments featured her case, rekindling public interest. With every story told, the hope for resolution grew stronger as more people became aware of the mystery. However, with heightened attention came unfounded rumors. Some claimed to know what happened to Emily, while others spread misinformation. This only complicated the investigation, frustrating the family and detectives striving for clarity. Amidst the chaos, the police urged the public to remain focused on verified facts. They held press conferences, emphasizing the importance of legitimate leads. The investigators sought to cut through the noise to find the truth behind Emily's disappearance. Alongside these developments, the family created a scholarship in Emily's name. They aimed to honor her legacy and support young women pursuing education. This initiative brought comfort, transforming their grief into something positive for the community. As the year drew to a close, Emily's family organized a memorial walk. Hundreds participated, painting their faces with the words, "Find Emily." This powerful display showcased not only their love for Emily, but also their determination to find answers. In the shadows of this heartfelt movement, an anonymous tip came in. A caller claimed to have knowledge about Emily's whereabouts. This unexpected lead sent investigators into a frenzy, hoping it would finally crack the case wide open. The investigation team acted swiftly on the tip. They meticulously vetted every detail, tracing the caller's information. Each lead, no matter how small, was explored, as they knew that every second counted in finding Emily. As winter approached, the search efforts intensified. The community rallied once again, organizing search parties to cover new areas suggested by the tip. They believed that this time, they might finally uncover the mystery. Despite their relentless efforts, the winter months brought harsh conditions, making searches increasingly difficult. The biting cold and heavy snowfall hampered visibility, but the community's spirit remained unbroken as they continued to honor Emily's memory. As the year turned, a new lead emerged from a distant state. Someone came forward claiming they had seen Emily in a nearby city months after her disappearance. This revelation reignited hope for her family and investigators alike. Investigators pursued the new lead, traveling to the city to interview the witness. They sought to gather any additional details that could help piece together the timeline of Emily's last moments. Hope flickered in their hearts as they prepared for the journey. Upon arrival, detectives met with the witness in a small cafe. The atmosphere was tense, with every word holding potential significance. The witness recounted their experience, revealing crucial details that could alter the case's direction. The witness described a series of encounters that suggested Emily might have been involved with a dubious crowd. This shocking revelation added a new layer to the investigation, raising questions about her state of mind before her disappearance. As detectives delved deeper, they discovered a few leads connected to individuals who matched the witness's description. They followed these leads, hoping to uncover a network that might have known Emily or seen her during her last days. In this maze of connections, a breakthrough occurred. One individual identified by the witness had a prior criminal record, leading investigators to wonder if there was a darker story behind Emily's disappearance than they had previously imagined. As investigators followed this new suspect, they uncovered alarming information about their connections to other unsolved cases. This revelation painted a concerning picture, heightening fears that Emily's case might not be an isolated incident. The police initiated a comprehensive search of the suspect's known hangouts. With dogs and forensic teams, they aimed to uncover any evidence linking this individual to Emily's disappearance. The community held its breath, hoping for progress. As the investigation continued, Emily's family remained proactive, refusing to let her memory fade. They engaged with local activists, pushing for policy changes to better protect individuals at risk of going missing, fostering a greater awareness on a community level. While the search for Emily grew more complex, it also sparked a dialogue about public safety. The community began to discuss ways to protect vulnerable individuals, sharing resources and strategies to prevent similar tragedies from happening. As weeks turned into months, the case remained open, and the community's resolve did not waver. Each passing day, they honored Emily through awareness campaigns, ensuring her story was not forgotten, urging others to stay vigilant. Through this collective effort, Emily's case transformed into a symbol of hope for many families facing similar heartbreak. Their resilience sparked a movement that sought to bring justice not only for Emily, but for all missing persons. As we move forward, the question remains, how many more stories like Emily's exist without resolution? As the investigation carries on, the impact of her case will reverberate through the community, inspiring change and fostering awareness. In the face of uncertainty, Emily's family and friends continue to share her story, hoping that one day someone will come forward with the missing piece of the puzzle. The search for truth is relentless, fueled by love, hope, and an unyielding spirit. As this chapter unfolds, it serves as a reminder of the power of community and the importance of keeping stories alive. Emily Larson may be missing, but her legacy continues to inspire countless others, ensuring her name will never fade into obscurity. The search for Emily Larson is far from over, and while we may not have all the answers today, her story reminds us to remain vigilant for those who are still lost. As we reflect on her journey, we must continue to advocate for those affected by similar tragedies, ensuring that no one is forgotten. Days turned into weeks, and the search for Emily Larson intensified, drawing in volunteers from across the region. Community members organized search parties, combing through dense woods and rugged trails. Each day, hope flickered alongside despair, as posters bearing Emily's face adorned every corner of the town. As investigators pursued every lead, they uncovered new details about Emily's last known movements. Witnesses reported seeing her at a local cafe, animated and full of life, just hours before she vanished. This revelation reignited hope that someone might hold the key to her whereabouts. However, the investigation took a shocking turn when surveillance footage was analyzed. Footage from a nearby gas station captured a figure resembling Emily, but the circumstances were suspicious. The chilling realization set in. Had she met with foul play? Despite the grim nature of these findings, the community rallied together. Social media campaigns exploded, with hashtags like #FindEmily trending. This digital movement not only highlighted her case, but also brought to light the stories of other missing persons across the country. Then, an anonymous tip came in that sent investigators racing in a new direction. A witness claimed to have seen a woman matching Emily's description near an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. This lead had the potential to change everything, bringing hope back into the hearts of her family. Authorities quickly descended on the location, searching for any signs of Emily. As they scoured the area, the tension heightened. Each moment felt like an eternity, as hopes of finding her alive surged, only to be weighed down by the reality of the situation. While the search yielded no solid evidence, the commitment of the community remained unwavering. Fundraisers were organized to support the Larson family, allowing them to focus on the search without financial burden. Emily's story became a rallying cry for justice, inspiring laws around missing persons. Months later, a breakthrough came when a podcast dedicated to cold cases featured Emily's story. The episode gained traction, reaching a national audience. People began to come forward, sharing their own experiences and insights, igniting a new wave of tips and theories. Investigators followed up on numerous leads, each one contributing to the larger picture. But as they pieced together Emily's last days, an unsettling pattern emerged. A series of similar disappearances in neighboring towns. Could there be a connection? As the investigation continued, the case began to draw the attention of true crime enthusiasts and amateur sleuths. Online forums buzzed with theories and discussions, fueling the search for answers. Every new post felt like a lifeline thrown to Emily's family. Despite the many twists and turns, Emily's family remained hopeful. They held vigils, lighting candles in her memory, reminding the world that she was more than just a missing person. She was a daughter, a friend, and someone who deserved to be found. As we conclude this haunting chapter of Emily Larson's story, we're reminded of the importance of community, vigilance, and the relentless pursuit of justice for those who are missing. Emily's case may still be unsolved, but it has sparked a movement ensuring that her legacy will inspire others to advocate for change. Let us keep her memory alive as we strive for answers in the shadows of uncertainty. Remember, every missing person is a loved one, a story waiting to be told. As we reflect on Emily's journey, let us pledge to stay vigilant and compassionate. In the fight against the darkness of disappearance, every voice matters and every story deserves to be heard. Thank you for joining us in exploring the tragic and mysterious case of Emily Larson. If you have any information or tips related to her case, please reach out to the authorities. Together, we can ensure that no one is forgotten and that every story is brought to light. As the search efforts expanded, the local authorities received an influx of tips from the community. Each lead was meticulously investigated, yet the truth remained elusive. The community rallied together, organizing search parties and spreading awareness about Emily's case. Days turned into weeks, and the mounting pressure on investigators became palpable. A dedicated task force was formed, comprised of seasoned detectives who knew the stakes were high. They believed that every small detail could unlock the mystery of Emily's disappearance. Among the leads was a chilling sighting reported by a local resident. She claimed to have seen a figure resembling Emily near an abandoned factory. This location quickly became the focus of search teams, fueled by both hope and fear of what they might uncover. At the factory, investigators combed through years of debris, while volunteers helped to clear the area. The atmosphere was heavy with anticipation, as the hope of finding Emily lingered in the air. Each piece of evidence brought them closer to answers, but the search yielded no definitive clues. As the search continued, the community's resolve was tested. Vigils were held in Emily's honor, with friends and family lighting candles and sharing memories. Each flickering flame represented a prayer for her safe return, an unyielding symbol of hope against despair. Meanwhile, investigators explored Emily's background, interviewing friends and family to piece together her last known hours. They uncovered a complex web of relationships, revealing that Emily's life may have been more complicated than it appeared. One friend mentioned a troubling encounter Emily had before her disappearance. She described a brief argument with an acquaintance, raising concerns about possible conflict. Investigators felt this could be a critical piece of the puzzle, leading them to delve deeper into the acquaintance's background. The acquaintance was tracked down and brought in for questioning. During the interrogation, inconsistencies arose in his account of the day Emily went missing. His nervous demeanor and evasive answers raised red flags for investigators, prompting a more thorough analysis of his whereabouts. As the investigation grew more complex, authorities released a composite sketch of a person seen near the vicinity of Emily's last known location. This sketch sparked renewed interest and discussions within the community, igniting hope that someone might recognize the figure. Weeks later, tips began pouring in regarding the sketch. Some individuals claimed they had seen a man matching the description around town. Each tip was taken seriously, and investigators worked tirelessly to follow up on every lead, determined to find out the truth. After weeks of investigation, the task force finally located a person of interest tied to the sketch. They discovered he had a history of troubling behavior, and his connection to Emily became a focal point. The breakthrough provided a renewed surge of hope for her family and friends. With the new suspect in custody, investigators worked around the clock to gather evidence. They meticulously analyzed every interaction, hoping to uncover leads that would explain what happened to Emily on that fateful day. The pressure intensified as the community awaited answers. As the investigation reached a critical point, the local news reported on the case, drawing widespread attention. The story of Emily Larson captivated viewers, and her family's plea for justice resonated with many. Their determination became a rallying cry for the community. Despite the media frenzy, the investigation had its challenges. Misinformation and rumors began to circulate, complicating the search for truth. Investigators urged the public to remain vigilant and report anything that could aid the case, emphasizing the importance of credible information. After months of uncertainty, a major development unfolded. Investigators received a tip that led them to a remote area outside of town, sparking excitement and fear among the community. Could this finally be the breakthrough they had been waiting for? Upon arrival, investigators scoured the area for any signs of Emily. They carefully examined the terrain, hoping that this search would provide closure. Meanwhile, the community held its breath, praying for a miracle that would lead to answers. As hours passed, investigators found items of interest. Some personal belongings were discovered, leading to a surge of emotion among the searchers. Every item was a reminder of Emily's presence, and hope flickered brightly among her loved ones. The discovery of these items intensified the urgency of the investigation. The team quickly analyzed the belongings for possible DNA evidence and connections to the ongoing case. Every detail mattered, and the pressure to solve the case increased. As the investigation progressed, the community remained steadfast in its support for Emily's family. Fundraisers and awareness campaigns were organized to keep her story alive, ensuring that the search for justice never faded into obscurity. Months later, the forensic results arrived. The items found in the woods belonged to Emily, confirming the fears of her family. This devastating news sent shockwaves through the community, reigniting their determination to find justice for Emily. The investigation shifted into high gear. With a confirmed link to Emily, authorities intensified their efforts to locate her. The community's resolve was stronger than ever, united in their mission to uncover the truth behind her tragic fate. The pressure mounted as the community held frequent vigils, gathering in her memory. Each candle lit was a pledge to seek answers, a promise that Emily would not be forgotten. Her family held on to hope, driven by the love surrounding them. In a shocking turn of events, investigators received a tip from an anonymous source. The message hinted at new evidence that could potentially crack the case wide open. The community held its breath, anticipating what this could mean for Emily's story. As authorities followed this new lead, they uncovered a potential connection to a series of similar cases in the area. The realization that Emily's case might not be isolated sent chills through the community, amplifying their urgency for answers. With the investigation expanding, the media began to draw parallels between Emily's case and others. Public interest surged, along with calls for justice. Emily's story became a symbol of hope for many, urging people to remain vigilant. In a heartwarming response, local businesses began to display flyers of Emily, making it impossible for her story to be forgotten. The solidarity shown by the community energized the search, bringing new hope to Emily's family. As months turned into a year, the absence of concrete answers weighed heavily on Emily's family. They continued to advocate for her case, determined to keep her memory alive and seek justice for their beloved daughter. In a powerful moment, Emily's parents shared their story on a prominent true crime podcast. Their heartfelt words resonated with listeners, rekindling interest in the case and inspiring others to share any information they might have. The podcast led to a surge in tips and interest, with listeners reaching out with potential leads. Investigators meticulously followed up on each one, hopeful that a breakthrough was finally within reach after a long and arduous journey. Despite the ongoing search, Emily remained missing. Yet her story continued to touch hearts. The community stayed united, determined to not let her memory fade away, embodying the hope that her case will someday find resolution. As time passed, the case of Emily Larson became a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the vital role of community. Her disappearance sparked discussions on safety and awareness, leading to initiatives aimed at preventing similar tragedies. With the community's efforts gaining momentum, a memorial event was organized to honor Emily. Family and friends gathered to celebrate her life, sharing stories of love and resilience, ensuring that her spirit would live on. As the years rolled by, Emily's case remained open, symbolizing the ongoing fight for justice. Investigators utilized advancements in technology and forensic science to revisit old evidence, hoping for new leads that could emerge. Emily's disappearance also sparked conversations about mental health and support for families of missing persons. Resources were made available to aid those affected by similar tragedies, fostering a stronger, more compassionate community. Reflecting on Emily's case, her family emphasized the importance of community vigilance. They urged everyone to remain aware of their surroundings and to look out for one another, reinforcing the notion that no one should feel alone. As the search for Emily continued, her story gained traction online, with social media playing an integral role in spreading awareness. Hashtags and campaigns were launched, allowing people from all over the world to join the effort to find her. In a touching moment, a local artist created a mural dedicated to Emily, capturing her spirit and the essence of the community's unwavering love. This artwork became a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that Emily would always be part of their lives. The impact of Emily's case was felt beyond her community, inspiring others in similar situations to share their stories. A nationwide movement emerged, advocating for missing persons and the need for change within law enforcement protocols. As we reflect on Emily Larson's tragic story, we are reminded of the resilience of her family, the strength of community, and the power of hope. Her case remains unsolved, yet her memory continues to inspire countless individuals to take action. Emily Larson's story is not just one of loss, but also of love, unity, and relentless pursuit of justice. It teaches us the importance of awareness and vigilance, reminding us that every voice matters in the fight against disappearance. Let us keep her memory alive and continue supporting one another in our communities.